What's up, and welcome back to Ultralance Productions. And yes, I said Ultralance Productions. I retired my name because I'm not really doing much gaming on this channel, and for advertising purposes, I didn't want to throw people off thinking I was a gaming channel. This is pretty much a discussion channel where I just talk about what I want. So for advertising purposes, I felt the need to change it. But anyway, what we're talking about today is ranking all 7 Hokage, which is what you guys see on the screen. But before we get into that, there are a couple things I'd like to say. First off, leave a like, because that does help me out tremendously. And then subscribe. I am still trying to reach 100 subscribers by the end of the year, and I would really appreciate it. And other than that, let's get into the video. At number 7, I have to put the 3rd Hokage. This man was just terrible at his job and he never made the best decisions. Ever. The first mistake Hiruzen Sarutobi made as the 3rd Hokage was having this man be one of his chairmen. He's done so many shady stuff and just let him get away with it. Danzo knew about the stuff that Orochimaru was doing, which is just sick that you would let him get away with that, knowing that you're one of the most respected people in the village. Danzo was the one who led the way in terms of like making Itachi kill his entire clan. This man even tried to kill you once just so that he could become Hokage, but yet you still kept him in the village and you still kept him on your council. Like, that just doesn't make sense. Like, that's too much. He deserves to be in prison, or at least No, he doesn't deserve. He deserves an execution. Now let's talk about this. Once Itachi slaughtered the entire Uchiha clan, Itachi said, "Okay, I did my part. Now you do your part in protecting Sasuke and taking care of him." Now, did the 3rd Hokage do that as best as he could have? No, he didn't. He was a 12-year-old boy living in an apartment all by himself. When Kushina and Minato died, and Kushina said, "Take care of Naruto," did he do that as well as he could have? No, he didn't even bother to tell him once he was old enough that, "Oh yeah, you have a 9-tailed fox inside of you, and your dad was really the 4th Hokage." Just terrible! If anyone thinks he was a good Hokage, please, just stay in a corner, face the wall, and just don't bother anybody again, because this man was trash as a Hokage, and that's really all I have to say to it. There's nothing more. At number 6, we have the 6th Hokage. Now, the 6th Hokage actually was a decent Hokage, but there was one thing that held him back. He was pretty much racist towards the entire Uchiha clan. He killed Madara's little brother and pretty much set up that police force for the Uchiha to further segregate them from the village. Which is like, bruh. Your older brother Hashirama even told you not to do such a thing with the Uchiha clan because Madara was all like, "There's supremacy against us." You're only proving his point even more. All that they want is peace. Like, leave them alone. The war is over between the Senju and the Uchiha. But no, I just want to continue it. I want to embrace it. This clan is just pure evil. Like, bro, get out of my face. Okay, so at number 5, we have Lady Tsunade. Now, before any of you try coming for you, and I'm talking about the simps that are subscribed to my channel, let me explain this first. She was a very, very good leader because she was able to keep this guy from acting out of control, unlike this guy. And I commend her for that. And she was more of a no BS type of Hokage. And, you know, I want to clap my hands to that. But she was not that strong. When Pain attacked the entire village, she should have done more, in my opinion. A Hokage would have done way better. But she couldn't step up to the plate like that. Like, not to knock her, like, she is very, very strong. Like, people actually underestimate her about how strong she is. Like, she is strong, but if it wasn't enough to stop pain at all. Like, she pretty much had to have a 16-year-old come in and do her job for her in terms of like defeating pain, which is pretty disappointing if you do say so. But other than that, that's really all that I have against her. Okay, so at number 4 we have Kakashi Hatake, the 6th Hokage. And I'm not gonna lie, he was hard to rank. I was actually planning on having Tsunade over him, but he didn't really do much wrong. Like, he did stop the meteorite attack from Teneri Otsutsuki. I hope I'm not saying his name wrong. What else did he do? He had Sasuke investigate the bombing attacks and, you know, kind of plan the wedding between Naruto and Hinata. But other than that, there's not really much I could have against him, since there was not really much going on after the 4th Great Ninja War in that, you know, stretch of time. Like that, there's not much you could put against him, and there's not really much that he could add to his resume to say like, yeah, I was one of the best Hokage. But the fact that he has nothing negative on his resume just really stands out, if you know what I mean. So that's why I put Kakashi at number 4. It feels awkward doing it, but then again, like, there's just nothing you could say that'll like tarnish what he did as Hokage. But before let's just move on to the next. Let's just move on to number 3. Okay, so at number 3 we have Naruto Uzumaki, because pretty much when it comes to paperwork, and I'm gonna leave a picture up, when it comes to paperwork, he is trash. Like, you just see stacks and stacks and stacks and stacks all over his office. Even though you have Shikamaru as your advisor, which is pretty much, he is lazy, but when it comes to getting the job done, like, he's pretty much on top of his stuff. But other than that, like, as like a fighter, as like a defender of the leaf, like, he shows up. He steps up in the time of need when it comes to protecting the village. He's done that, I think, I want to say 3 times already as the Hokage. Currently in the manga right now, fighting this Otsutsuki guy trying to get to Kawaki. I'm sorry, I'm not that in tune into Boruto. I'm sorry for butchering that for those of you guys who, you know, care about Boruto, which I don't understand why. It's trash. The manga is slightly more tolerable, but overall it's just trash. I'm sorry. And then when Momoshiki attacked the hidden leaf to extract Kurama out of him, like, Naruto knows how to step up in terms of protecting his village. The only knock that I have against Naruto is putting Mitsuki in Konohamaru's group in Team 7. And the reason why, for those of you guys who don't know, Mitsuki is Orochimaru's son, and Orochimaru, if you guys didn't know, killed Konohamaru's grandfather, the 3rd Hokage, and he felt some type of way about that once he found out the lineage of Mitsuki, which was pretty much messed up. Like Naruto, you could have put him in some other group, some other team. That was just messed up. Like, Konohamaru was your boy. You mentored him, but you thought it was okay to put him in the same group as Konohamaru. But other than that, there's nothing I have against Naruto as Hokage. He's pretty good. But next to number 2. At number 2, we have Minato Namikaze. Now, he was also hard to rank, because he was Hokage for like a very, very, very short amount of time. But in terms of what he did as Hokage, like, he pretty much handled Kakashi pretty well after, you know, Rin and Obito, the incident that happened with them after the 3rd Great Ninja War. And then he literally like protected the village from the Nine Tails' second attack against the Leaf Village. And he was able to hold off Toby, or, Obito, off, which is commendable. And he died protecting the village. And I'm not gonna lie, like, if you guys didn't cry seeing that, like, you guys just can't be human. But you may have been in office as Hokage for a very short amount of time, but I can't take anything away from you. Like, he deserves to be number 2 in my eyes. I mean, was there really any competition for the number 1 spot? Like, Hashirama deserves to be number 1. Like, he's literally called the god of shinobi for a reason. I mean, how he always had that vision of peace since he was young, carried that into his adulthood, and tried to make amends to make peace with the Uchiha the best way that he could. Now, he did deny supremacy against the Uchiha in a way, which, like, that was pretty much his only mistake. But other than that, like, he did his job diligently. He did his job well. And he never attacked the Uchiha clan. He never attacked the Uchiha clan, except for that last fight with Madara when he, vanished, brought back the Nine Tails to attack the Leaf again. But other than that, like, what can you say that Hashirama even did wrong? And like, to even prove it, I already said it when I said what I said about the second Hokage, but he even told the second Hokage, like, hey, when you become Hokage, don't do anything with Uchiha. Like, he was a man who wanted equality, who wanted all to be, safe, sacred in his village. Why did I say sacred? But anyway, there's just no competition for the first Hokage. Like, it was just point blank period. The first Hokage, you're easily number 1 for me. But other than that, that wraps up the video. With this video being all said and done, please leave a like once again, because that helps me out. Subscribe, because like I said in the beginning, I'm still trying to reach 100 subscribers by the end of this year. And turn on post notifications so that you never miss a future video. I promise you, I will have content out weekly. And then follow me on all my social medias. Links will be in the description below. And that's all I have to say. Peace.